Hey guys, and welcome back to the Interceptor. So I'm back with a war video, and today we are going to be up against Hell's Bells 2 or RolX2. This is going to be war number 2 of season 18. And sorry if you can hear my fan in the background, but currently it is where I live very, very hot, and I'm on the top floor. So I need a fan, or I just need it. It's way too hot. But yeah. We're going to be going path 3 all through path 3 here, and then we actually have how many minis are we taking? 1, 2, 3, 4 minis? Yeah, and then the boss. So last war, if you guys remember, I ended up dying to the Mojo boss, so what I did is I talked with my battleground leader, and I said I don't really think that guillotine is the best option for the boss. Based on the fact that you have to bait out specials, and even if I have to do it, I would rather have a magic fighting a Mojo boss. So my battleground leader said that's alright, and he's going to go against the boss with magic today, and I'm going to be backup. So today we are against, on path 3, Human Torch, and I was debating using Quake or Namor here. Either works. Quake's a little safer, but Namor will get the fight done faster. So we are still going to boost up here, even though it's light boosts. Just because we really needed a win in this war, and at the point where I'm fighting right here, the war was very close. So we're going up against Human Torch, and I was debating using one of these two. I ended up choosing Namor, and thank God I chose Namor, because if I went into this fight with Quake, I would have died. And I'll show you why. So the fight looks fine, right? Nothing's happening. And then watch what happens right here. He throws his L1, and the game goes crazy. Right there, after he came at me, I wasn't trying to parry him. I wasn't trying to dash back. I had my finger pressed down on block, holding it. And the game was so slow, it didn't even pick up that input. So what it did is it had me not put any inputs in, and right there again, it finally registered my block right in time for the enemy to be able to land a heavy attack. So luckily I was at 15 charges, and he's very low health, so I throw off my special 3, and you can see in the special 3, like compared to my face cam speed to the way that the game is working right now, it's going about half as fast as it should. Namor's special 3 there took twice as long as it normally should. We're back to 39% there because of a weird interaction between Psychic Thorns and the way the special 3 heals you. So we gained it back about 25% there. But now we're going up against this Havok. So the reason that my phone went crazy is because it overheated, I believe. So I just gave my phone 15 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'll come back in 15 minutes and see how it goes. So now we're up against this Havok. Once again, both champions I have would work amazing for this fight. But I am going with Quake just because I'm more comfortable with Quake. And since I get the permanent debuff, I'm pretty much guaranteeing walking out of this fight with a lot of health. So first cycle goes down, and he's taking a third of his health. I was also talking with my battleground leader, or one of the officers in my battleground, about who I should use. And they said if I use Quake, that Havok would die before I even got to my special, before he even got to special 1. That's actually not the case, so he's going to survive here with about 10% health. I guess, I was boosted, right? There's no saying that he would have died there. But it didn't matter because he didn't end up throwing his L1. I do end up going in for a 10-hit combo, followed by baiting a heavy and going in for 3 hits. But during concussion, you actually don't take any of that damage, so we're perfectly fine. And then here, we're against this Dormammu in section 2, sorry. There was a mini-boss. I believe it was a stealthy in an Iron Man Infinity War this war. I can't remember for sure. But we ended up just not taking any of them because they're both bad matchups for our team unless we use Guillotine against either, actually. So now we're up against this Dormammu, and this is going to be on Biohazard. Dormammu is one of the easiest champs to Quake in the game. A, because he's so insanely aggressive that it's so easy to just pick up a rhythm and stick with it the entire fight, and B, because you have class advantage. You actually can hit Dormammu with Biohazard all you want, as long as he has a concussion up, and you'll never get a bleed on you. But I don't really need to in this fight, so now that he's at 7%, I knew my heavy would kill, so I throw off my heavy for the win there. Also, with the Havok fight, I did take 2 bursts of Psychic Thorns, and I was down a quarter of my health. So I would have died in 8 hits, and I think that's pretty crazy. But anyways, right here, I wasn't sure of the game plan, so I ended up waiting about 40 minutes before I took this node down. I was supposed to take this buffet mini boss as well. It was between me and another guy, but since he was not awake yet, I decided to take my node, let him take this one, and then when I woke up, I would take Heimdall. So that is what ended up happening. I actually dueled the Slatcher. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. It's probably like German or something. Or he just has a weird way of spelling something in English. I actually discovered this guy's running max limber, so that means I won't be able to get in more than 1 hit when I parry. So, or only be able to get in 1 hit. So this whole fight, pretty much, we're going parry heavy. So there I do mess up, and my Sig ability actually saves me. I missed a parry, and I thought I hit it. And that's not the first time this is going to hit in this fight. That's going to happen in this fight. I don't know what was up with this war, but I was just not doing well with the parrying. I missed multiple ones. So here he goes to his L2, which is good. It's preferable to bait the L2 against Spidey because it's so easy to evade. So there we fully evade that one. And then we're back to our parry heavy strategy. So the whole point of this fight, why I'm not throwing specials, is so that I can get to my special 3 to pick up my soul, and that is going to be for the boss. So boss backup and guillotine needs to be built up for that. So now that he is very low, what we're going to be doing is going for a parry here. So watch, I go in for 1 hit, back up. I thought that was a parry. I blocked, I thought it was the right timing, it was not the right timing. And then he goes straight for a heavy, power draining me, and there's no possible way that I can get to my special 3 at this point. So I have to kill him. Unfortunately, I don't pick up my guillotine charge, but we're gonna come in later on another fight to pick it up. So now, yeah, there's this domino there. You can easily Quake domino on this node. There's nothing wrong with it, but he ended up taking it because he was asleep. No problem at all there. So now we are up against a Heimdall debuff immune. So I'm very comfortable with this fight. And the reason I'm healing up my entire team is because I actually need every single champ on my team for the next 4 fights. Everyone gets used at least once. I think in this war, every single champ got at least 2 fights, which was pretty cool. That usually doesn't happen. Let's see. Namor gets 2. Quake gets 4. Yeah, and then that's awesome. And then Guillotine gets 3 fights. Wow. So yeah, we're going up against this guy. Very, very bad placement. To rank 1 6-star as well on defense, which I don't really understand because it's been a while since I've seen that. But anyways, yeah, rank 1 on defense. I could take a rank 3 Heimdall on this node. It doesn't matter at all. Heimdall's very easy to Quake. Because he has very slow animations as well, but he is aggressive. So on debuff immune, that means that I can't evade with the concussion timer, nor do I get that stun. So unfortunately, we're playing full Quake the entire fight, but I'm decently comfortable with that by now. So he is down to 37% after 2 cycles. So we're going to go 1 more cycle here, and then he's going to go down. Or sorry, 1 more after this. This is going to bring him close but not kill him. Yeah, so this next cycle, that cycle only took off 15%, which is crazy, but I wasn't able to get many charges because I was just evading the whole time. So now he has 11 and he's going to drop there. So 40-second or 50-second fight with Quake is very easy. That 1 hit was only from the fight ending. So next is Man-Thing on stun immune. And someone else was supposed to take this fight with Quake, but they actually ended up dying. I'm not really sure how they died. I just know that they died. So, yeah. We're going to go in 92,000 health with Breakthrough. This is a very, very easy Quake fight, so we shouldn't have any issues with it. We're not going to heal up Quake because I know this is a safe fight, and if I mess up, it would take more than a full combo to kill me here, more than likely. But yeah, immune, class advantage. This is basically like the perfect Quake fight, or the perfect Quake situation. This guy's very annoying on snow. The only other incredible option I can think of is Torch. Ghost would also work pretty well, but there's not really anyone other than that. And you'd have to work around the armor breaks as well with Ghost. So Manthing goes down there, no problem at all. And let's head into the next fight. We got 0 hits there. So because I failed to pick up the it's not really a charge. It's more of like a build-up for Guillotine. We have to take this Namor on regen. This is, once again, a horrible placement. Don't really understand why this defender is here, because all he really does is activate some more regen on his specials, but with Guillotine, you just reverse that with the L2, right? So I'm still boosted, and this is a very simple fight. I can tell right from the beginning when I'm at a 10 combo, he's already at like 15% down, or at 20 combos, he's already 15% down. We did actually throw on the guaranteed crit one for this because Namor is actually not a control defender. So all we gotta do is bait some specials. We're gonna throw off our L2 at a good moment where everything can crit, and then we should be alright. So he's at 30 charges here, and if you didn't know the way that Imperious Rex works, rather than have your power go to a special 3 and then activate normally and drain slowly, what it actually does is it prevents you from gaining power while you have it in ways other than you hitting the opponent, them hitting you, or you charging a heavy attack. So since there's also strike back on this node, you see right there, he gained absolutely 0 power when I threw that L2. So that's pretty good. And at this point, I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to kill him before I get to a SP3. I have to be like really careful. So we make sure that our guaranteed crit goes on a light attack because it would have been an extra 4,000 damage if I let it go on a medium attack. Now we just need to get to our special 3. He has 8%. We're going in for a full combo, get him down to 4%. And then our special 3 here is going to just do that last bit of damage. Namor can be tricky on this node if you're not using a power, or like a heal reversal or a power control, just like basically any real counter. I've also taken this fight with Ghost. It's a little awkward because you have to delay your intercepts so that they don't count as a real intercept, or else all the damage you deal to them will be dealt back to you. But it's still a very simple fight. So now we're taking this Killmonger, and this is the fight that I was really scared of the entire war. So this is a rank 2 6-star Killmonger on debuff immune crit resist. So right here, I don't think I intercept more than like once or twice this entire fight. I was pretty scared of this fight, and I was actually assured by an officer that this fight would only take 45 seconds. So I went in pretty confident, but what happens here is this guy's actually a really low sig. And although it is an awakened Killmonger, the way his sig ability works is it reverses a certain percentage of the power, or sorry, of the damage that comes in, depending on how much power he has when Reverberation activates. So right now, we are at, he's at 2 bars of power when he activates that last one. And you see, I'm only dealing back in damage 1/10 of the damage I'm dealing to him. And when Killmonger's at max sig, it's around 80%. And he's dealing around 20 to 30% right now. So right there, I came out of my special 3 and I was trying to block. I guess I was a little late. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess I was. And then he ended up hitting me. Luckily, I had the foresight to use an vulnerability boost, and you can see just how much damage that special is doing there. So now that we have this Reverberation, we charge our heavy, go for a special 2. Unfortunately, I let the second hit of the heavy connect. You're not supposed to do that. And there, I thought I had 10 charges. I actually didn't have enough charges, unfortunately. So we are losing right now. He has a little more health than us, and 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the fight. He's at around 50%. So right here, I'm like, oh shit, if I don't start working very soon, this guy is going to time me out. So if I was against a rank 3 Killmonger on this node, I would definitely have timed out 100%. But unfortunately, for them, that's not going to happen. So with 1 minute left, he's at 35%, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I just need to get up to my Imperious Rex, not through the special 3 because that wastes a full 15 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delay. So right here, right after his 4th light, you see a big delay. And I throw my special 2 because I really don't want anything to happen there. And even with me having no Furies in my Imperious Rex, I actually am doing above 30,000 damage with that special 2. So it's still very solid. And now he's at 2%. We just need to bait one more. I think we're going to back up and intercept with an L1 here. So there we go. We hit that intercept. And then this guy goes down with 15 seconds left. So that was pretty cool. I really like that matchup. And actually, next war, I'm going to take another debuff immune Killmonger. So that is supposed to be it for the war, but unfortunately my battleground leader and actually the alliance leader ended up dying with magic. And this is, in my opinion, the worst fight ever to be introduced to Alliance War. This is worse than the last version, that Killmonger on Path 5. This is worse than almost anything you could imagine. It's just such a horrible combination of nodes and everything to deal with magic. With Guillotine, it's a little safer, but not really. So right there, I ended up trying to punish his L1, and his heavy attack, and I was a bit late, so he backed up and then decided to go straight in and hit me. When I fought this guy in the last Alliance War and I ended up dying, what that did is it taught me that I should not try to bait his L2. Trying to bait his L2 is a bad idea, and all it does is get me killed. So right here, I do end up taking a lot of that degen damage. If I went in first, I wouldn't be taking that degen damage. The only reason that exists is because of the fact that he has the 2 persistent charges from killing 2 of our attackers. So right there, I'm baiting some L1s, and luckily I managed to survive at 1% from that fight. So we ended up not dying this war. So this has probably been one of my best wars ever. We went 9 attacker kills and did not die a single time. And we actually ended up dying only 26 times as an alliance, so I think that's pretty cool. They didn't end up dying 73. It was about 60 times. So we ended up absolutely destroying them. And I actually get an MVP for this, so that's pretty cool. 9 attacker kills. Unfortunately, my defenders got 0 kills, but what can you do about that? We're picking up these rewards, which are nice. We're on our way to we're close to our next 6-star there, which should come within the next 2 or 3 weeks, probably 2 weeks, or maybe even a week and a half when the event quest resets. But yeah, that's going to be it. The results for the season leaderboard are actually not up yet. They will be up later today as I'm recording this, and later in the day when the video releases. So that is going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the war video. And right now we are 1-1 on the season, and I've died a total of 2 times. So like I said last war, my goal is to keep it at 6 or less deaths. Last season I died 7 times, which is the most I've died in like 5 or 6 seasons. And I'm trying to get better, not worse, right? So 6 or less is the goal. That's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed.